are coming to you live from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations headquarters right here along Kiambu Road, and we have been making a follow-up of a case that has been of public interest. I'm talking about the case of the death of Jeff Mwathi, and if I can just take you back a little bit, Jeff Mwathi lost his life on the 22nd of February 2023 in Kasarani, and from what we have seen online, inasemekana kwamba ama aliweza kupoteza maisha yake kwenye nyumba ya the Mugithi hitmaker DJ Fatso, and kumekuwa na a lot of discussions online, many people asking why haven't we seen any suspect being arrested. And today we had a meeting with the director of criminal investigation himself. I'm talking about Amin Ibrahim Mohammed, and I'm going to tell you what we talked during the meeting. And before that, we have seen kumekuwa na demonstrations here and there, probably weekly demonstrations of people who are actually seeking to know maybe mambo yamefikia wapi, because a lot of people wanted to see at least suspects arrested, and this is one of the questions that many people have been asking. Why haven't we seen any suspect being arrested? I'm going to give you or to tell you what the director of criminal investigation had to say about that. Taking you back a little bit, this case was under the DCI Kasarani, but later on, due to the I would say pressure or APRA online, many people had interest or wanted to follow up on this case. It was taken to the DCI headquarters where we are right now, and DCI took over. We've seen them doing a lot of investigations. They have summoned some of the people who were actually with the late Jeff Mwathi during his last times, I would say. And a few weeks ago, we saw the DCI team travel all the way to Narok, or where Jeff Mwathi was buried, for an exhumation where some data was collected to help in the investigations. And as we speak right now, it has been confirmed to us that the case is actually coming, the investigations are coming to an end, so we'll probably be seeing results soon. And we talked to the director of criminal investigations, and he told us that actually the reason as to why it took so long is because, first, this is a critical case, and number two, what was actually taking a lot of time is the DNA results, because first of all, if I can take you back a little bit, at first it was a suicide case. But later on, after the team went to where Jeff Mwathi's body was found, it was discovered, or it was later discovered, that it was actually not a suicide case, but a murder case. So from there, actually many people wanted to know who was behind this whole story, who was behind the death of Jeff Mwathi. What happened? We have seen the family. A few weeks ago, we had the mom and the dad visiting the DCI headquarters. You remember that video where the mom, unfortunately, during a press briefing out there, collapsed, because actually it was for sure, it's a painful story. And something else that had caused a lot of debate online is the exhumation story, because if you saw those clips or maybe photos, the exhumation was done. Later on, the body was buried, which they say it was contrary to what maybe the family or the friends had planned, because many of them had said or were planning to do another decent send-off for Jeff Mwathi. So we have been having hashtags trending online. We have been having people using the hashtag justice for Jeff, where they have been talking about seeing the culprits or the people behind this whole story arrested. And if we can take you back again a little bit, Kasarani has been on the spot, because we have seen several cases of suicide, others suspected to be of murder and things like that. So we have been having a meeting with the director of criminal investigation, Mr. Amin, and he says the investigations are actually coming to an end today, because guess what? By today, they'll be having the DNA results. They'll be having the whole I would say, how do we call it? Evidences, and From here, the file will actually be taken to the Odpp, that is the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution under Nurdin Haji, which I would say is another step where we'll see them, we'll have them go through the case, go through the file page by page, trying to get or to understand the evidences provided by the DCI, and after that we are going to see what will be happening, because from there the ODPP, or rather the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, will be giving further directions from there. Maybe they will agree with the evidences, maybe something may be required to be done extra, just to make sure that the people involved in this whole story, or people behind the death of Jeff Mwathi'S, are brought to bar. Now, many people have been asking, why haven't we seen a suspect of this whole story arrested? And it's actually something I was asking. I asked the same question to the Director of Criminal Investigations, and they said, according to the Constitution, if you arrest a suspect, remember, then they are not supposed to be in the cells, I'll say, for more than 24 hours before you take them to court. But for this case, it's quite a long and a critical case, and therefore they could not hold or maybe have the suspects with them, because as we all know, investigations in such a case cannot take 24 hours. That's quite a short time, and we all remember the death happened on the 22nd of February. It's almost 2 months, so this means that we could actually have had the suspects in for 2 whole months. Remember, that's also a case where maybe the suspects can also try to take maybe the DCI to court for having them for 22 hours without taking them to court. So they say that they are thankful that Kenyans actually gave them time to carry out their investigations. Those who had evidences they had to offer, they provided them with the evidences they had. So by today noon, we are expecting to have the file with everything that will be further tabled before the ODPP, that is the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. From there, they are going to go through the file and give further direction concerning this case. So to us, we are going just to tell you to take your time and maybe give them some time to just carry out the investigation, because like I said before, it's quite a critical case. Because imagine you arresting someone and later on, maybe 2 years, 3 years later on, find out that the person or maybe the suspect was actually innocent. We have seen such cases before. We have seen people being arrested and later on they are proven not guilty. So it's something that the DCI is actually trying to avoid, because once they make an arrest, then they are making arrest out of evidences that have been provided, out of evidences that they have collected during their investigation. So just to let you know, from the Director of the Criminal Investigations, the investigations have actually now come to an end, and by today we will have the file, and later on it will be filed or taken to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, tunajua iko pale hivyo Upper Hill, and we are waiting to see what maybe the ODPP will have to say about this. So thank you so much. As we wait, please remember to subscribe to this channel.